welcome to another episode of Anything and Everything with Donna Lisa. I'm your host, Donna Lisa, and today I have two very special guests with me, Jillian and Miranda Lopez. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so happy to have you ladies here. So Jillian and Miranda just recently started the Social Sisters Las Vegas networking. It's kind of a networking page, but also PR and marketing company, correct?
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to have you ladies here because I just want to let you know, I actually just started following you folks or came across your page about a month ago and reached out, and you both were very friendly and willing to do the podcast because not a lot of people are. And then I started realizing like how involved you ladies are in the community, and you guys are both Las Vegas natives, which is awesome. So you know everything pretty much about Vegas and how it's grown since you've been born pretty much.
Yes, we've seen a lot of things in Las Vegas change, and we love seeing all of the new things that are coming, and we just love to go out into the city and see what's happening.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything that you ladies have been posting. So I'm going to get a little bit into your backgrounds, both of you, and then have you ladies kind of go into how you came up with the concept of the Social Sisters. Because I think it's an amazing concept. A lot of people do a lot of blogging about our town, but you ladies have a lot of experience in this. So I'm excited to hear your story. So Jillian, who's the older sister of the Social Sisters, but comes with years of experience in entertainment news. And there's never a dull moment in Jillian's life. From starting behind the camera to working her way up, she values hard work, commitment, and hustle. I love that about you, by the way. Now, Jillian attended the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism at Arizona State University and always knew she was destined to tell stories. On her free time, you'll see her running with her huskies or shopping for the best bargains. Where is your favorite place to shop?
Well, I love all the discount stores. So I'm a Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx kind of girl. That's where all my stuff is from. People look in my closet and they're like, you have so many clothes. But my response to that is they're all cheap. And that's why I have so many. So I love finding a good deal.
I love those stores too. My kids used to love shopping there until they got into high school. And then it's all about all the expensive stuff that they find. So Miranda, hi Miranda. So Miranda is the younger sister. And I love that you two say the older sister and the younger sister. I think that's really cute. Miranda, just 4'11", makes up in personality what she lacks in height. I think I'm close to your height. I'm just a little under 5 feet. My kids said I shrink, so it's okay. From sharing stories, from sharing stories of A-list performers to transporting readers to a small town in Italy, Miranda has always had a passion for storytelling and content creation. You are a proud UCLA Bruin, yay, and you're also driven to work hard and go after what she wants. I love that you guys have so much experience and background. So thank you for sharing what you guys have to talk about when it comes to the Social Sisters. Now, let's talk a little bit about what made you, at what point in your careers did you guys decide this is something you want to do full time and break away from your corporate jobs?
Yeah, I mean, this last year and a half has been tough for everybody, and we've all gone through a lot of changes, but I think it also made a lot of us realize, where we want to put our energy and our passion. And Miranda, with her background, as you mentioned, in PR and social media and marketing, she worked a lot of hours and 18-hour days, and it consumes your life. And she learned a lot doing that, but decided that she was ready to take the leap to kind of be her own boss. And then on my side of things, working in TV and news and entertainment specifically, I've had a lot of great experiences, especially in Las Vegas, just with the access of entertainment and the amazing things that happen here. So for years, Miranda and I's career paths kind of aligned, and we would actually get to work together in certain capacities, but we always knew that we really wanted to do something together. And I think just the timing of this last year, it was like, you know what, it's now or never. And we both weren't working for our previous companies anymore, and we just decided if we're gonna do it, let's do it now. So that's how the Social Sisters was born. There was a lot of talk for a lot of months, but we knew we wanted to come together, and the name just kind of fit everything we were trying to do.
So with you guys not having your corporate jobs, was it because of COVID that you ladies had to kind of, okay, got it. So you're like everybody else who, or majority of the people I've had on my podcast, they just kind of came about what they're doing now because of COVID and them either being furloughed or losing their jobs. So I love that you're still tying in, you know, what you guys are passionate about. Let's see, if you guys have started this officially launched, has it been at least a month now?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in June, we officially launched, and
Okay.
as Jillian mentioned, we talked about it for a while. We were in planning for a while, and we were debating if we wanted to try to stick with kind of the full-time job and do this, but we really decided that no, we gotta go full force here, and then we launched it just in June.
So with your marketing and PR backgrounds, of course, do you ladies handle everything when it comes to the Social Sisters, from social media posts to you do your website and everything else? Okay.
Yeah, so the way that we like to describe the Social Sisters is that we can be the face of your brand while we're still building our own. So we do have a lot of our own clients. We have our individual clients where we manage their accounts, whether that's social media, PR, digital marketing, website, or being in front of the camera. And then we're also simultaneously running everything on our Social Sisters accounts, from our videos and posts. We built the website ourselves, and we're excited to launch some more content as we continue to grow.
Nice. Well, that's exciting. So it's I know just from my experience, I'm not very social media savvy, but it is a lot of work. I also handle social media for my corporate company and still was able to come back after you know, before we completely reopened, but from being originally furloughed, it's a lot of work. And I do have, you know, my side business for design and the podcast, and just the focus I had to put on the podcast was a ton of work. I'm just fortunate enough. I do have a daughter that is going to school for digital arts and media. So, and she critiques everything that I post. She's like, it's, yeah, she's like, that's cringy, mom, or that's not, you know, that's not cool at all. I'm like, I'm not trying to be cool like the 19-year-olds, but you know, yeah, I just want to get my information out there. So how do you ladies find time to balance everything? Because you also have your own personal social media pages that you maintain.
Yeah, time management is something we are learning together. And the good thing with two of us is we can kind of keep each other on track, or remind each other, hey, take a moment to step back if you're stressed out, or I'll handle this today. Or we've already found a good balance with that. So that's been helpful. But yeah, at the same time, it is a lot of work. And I think now with the way that social media is growing so rapidly, that sometimes organizations don't even realize that social media really is a full-time position, and it's a full-time job because it requires a lot of attention and a lot of creativity. So it's kind of fun for us, though, that we get to work for all different brands and different types of people. And you know, our industry is very well connected and tight knit, so everything kind of aligns, but we've been just meeting so many cool and different people that it allows us to continue to be creative and just focus on one thing at a time. That's what we're working on together.
Yeah. Just
And
consistent and staying consistent and figuring
right.
out what schedule works best, and testing, and it's all trial and error for personal pages, for our accounts, and for our businesses as well. So
But you ladies do really well with it. Like I said, I've been following you since you announced that the Social Sisters was coming. I think I saw the announcement and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to like get them on the podcast, because I thought it was really cool. And I love the fact that you two are sisters. So who comes up with all of the creative content, or is it just a collaboration of the two of you?
it really is a collaboration. I think,
Okay.
with my background in PR, I'm very used to writing and coming up with concepts and content. And Jillian's built an entire network and community on her personal page, so she's very familiar with the influencer side and a
Right.
lot of the other digital content forms. So I think together it's really we say we can do it all between the two of us with our shared skills. So it's always a collaboration on everything.
You should hear our conversations that we'll be talking about one thing and we'll think of something else and we'll be over here. Like we probably sound like crazy people, but like we really can like complete each other's sentences.
Oh, yeah.
Like we know what the other one is thinking. So I think that's going to work to our benefit as we continue to grow the Social Sisters.
We have conversations on 5 different platforms and emails and text and voice memos all about different things at the same time. And then we get together and we're like, you got all that, right? And we're like, yeah.
That's cute. And so what is your favorite platform to use right now? Are you ladies on TikTok at all? I keep hearing that's one that's kind of booming, or everyone's utilizing that one to market themselves.
Yeah, that's where the cool kids are, we say.
Right.
We're still learning it.
Yeah,
it's
still learning.
It's a very unique platform, I'll say that. But at the same time, it sucks you in, and it really caters to whatever your interests are. I mean, Miranda jokes that her feed is all Broadway and puppies, and mine is like stuff and food. So it is really catered to your interests, which is good. So we have been slowly starting out our personal TikTok, and actually you and I were talking about my bargain shopping earlier, and I started a TikTok page called Babe on a Budget, and it was actually during quarantine that I saw my clothes just sitting in the closet not being worn, and it made me sad. So I just put together the fun little outfits on TikTok and like tell how much each outfit costs, and it's all on a budget.
That's a really great idea, because you're right. I mean, a lot of people would never know how much you spend on your clothing. They just probably think you spend a ton. And to know that you're a bargain shopper, that's awesome. I got to follow that. So I actually started a TikTok when, during the beginning of the shutdown, when everything was like completely shut down. I got into real estate school, and I was like, I'll get my real estate license. And then I started it for houses, and everyone was like, you need to be in the videos and not just the houses. Like, you need to be in there. I'm like, no, I'm just not, it's not my thing. I follow a lot of the moms of TikTok, and it's funny. Kudos to them, because I don't have the courage to do that in dance. I mean, I was a dancer growing up, but I would never do it just because I'm not comfortable doing it. But the fact that you can do it and make videos, that's awesome. That's great. So now you have a TikTok page for the Social Sisters as well. Okay. And what are you ladies focusing on? Is it more just, places that you guys are visiting?
It's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
And we are kind of just testing the waters with it too. We've done like one of the little trending dances of like which sister like this, and we walk in and out of the shot, and some of the we're recreating our baby photos and just playing around with it. But on the flip side of that, yes, we will be highlighting some of our favorite restaurants and places that we go. And then we are also starting our YouTube series featuring different members of the community, similar to what you're doing with this podcast. Right. And so we'll probably use TikTok as a place to kind of tease and promote our interviews as well. It's kind of nice with social media. You can just use every platform to link back to your own stuff, but you can share different things and get people's attention in different ways. So that's kind of how we're looking at it.
Very cool. And I think I did see that on Instagram, though. I think you guys did on TikTok, but posted it on Instagram, where you guys were doing the dance and who's the older sister and the younger sister and the night owl. That was really cute. I was like, oh, that's so cute. So I love that you guys get along and can do that together. It's fun. What's your plan to grow the Social Sisters? Like in a year from now, where do you see you folks being with your business?
Yeah, so I think we have a lot of goals and a lot of things that we're excited about. And one of them that Jillian just mentioned is definitely the interview series on YouTube. So we've been filming a lot of them, and we'll be ready to go out when we have just a few more of them completed. So that's really important to us, is sharing the stories of people who are very inspiring in the community, or doing something similar to us, and really just providing that relatable content, or the stories when you look at someone and you wouldn't necessarily know how they got to where they are, or telling things that people wouldn't expect. So that's a piece of content that I think we're both really excited about, because you know, we've always been told what we have to write and what we have to talk about and what stories to do on the news. And so this is the first time that we're really able to tell the stories that we want to tell, how we want to tell them, and do something that's completely creative and our own. So that's definitely something that I think we're both looking forward to. And then really just expanding, you know, we have a lot of clients already, both individual and together, but I'm excited to see, you know, as things are getting busier and busier, to see who else that we get the opportunity to work with.
Right. That's really cute. So now with you coming from your corporate background, so you didn't have any say in what you wanted to write at all. Like they didn't ask for your collaboration at all, your ideas. It was just something they told you to do.
It was really a mix.
Okay.
You know, I worked for Caesars Entertainment and MGM side, and when you have to just make sure that things are so in line with the brand,
Right.
you still get to be creative in PR and social media. And I also have done a lot of events as well. So
Okay.
being able to, you know, see something from start to finish and open some of the biggest restaurants and work with celebrity chefs, it definitely was a lot of fun, and I still got to be creative, but it definitely was a lot of making sure that things fit within brand guidelines and were very specific
Gotcha.
to meeting those needs and listening
Okay.
to what corporate expectations.
That's tough. So now this is just more, it's completely just all your ideas. You guys don't have a separate team that feeds you ideas. You're just coming up with them on your own.
Yep. And
That's
some
great.
of our clients too, running some of these accounts, you know, of course, we are making sure that we're fitting within those brand guidelines, but still just having a lot more freedom when it's coming directly from us and us giving suggestions and recommendations,
Right.
kind of really serving as the creative voice behind these brand pages.
Okay. Now, and do you both do all of your own editing as well, or do you have a team for that? That's
Yeah,
great.
everything is on our own, and we joke Miranda is a perfectionist, and I'm sometimes like, it's fine.
It's
And so
fine.
we again balance each
Yes.
other out, but all different types of editing too. I mean, from the simple videos to editing our website. And when I worked in news for a
Right.
while, I was an MMJ, which is a multimedia journalist, and that's when you have to do everything yourself. So I would carry my
Wow.
camera equipment, I would film everything, I would be in front of the camera, and then I would come back, write it, edit it together, and send it out. So
Oh my gosh.
a lot of times that was very stressful, being a one-man show, one-woman show. But I think in the long run, it has allowed me to learn all different sides of that business. And now it's kind of carrying over to when we need our video editing and writing.
Right. So you have all the experience. Like that's amazing. A lot of people would, because when I look at, I mean, you both are so, you know, beautiful. You're young and you're talented and you're so great in front of camera, but I would never have thought, like everyone I know that has a YouTube channel, you know, whether they're in real estate, whatever it may be, they have somebody who records them. And to be honest, if I was doing it, I'd have somebody follow me around, because there's no way I could like record everything and then go back and edit it. And I know just the beginning stages of my podcast, I struggled. I was like, I mean, I'm in my mid 40s and I had to Google like how to do all this stuff, because I had this idea for 2 years. I'm like, I just want to put a podcast together of everyone's story and how they got started and, you know, where they're at today. And I brought it up to my daughter, and she was in high school at the time, was like, yeah, that's a cool idea, Mom, like whatever. And then when I was actually ready to launch it, I was like, so what do you guys do in your video production class? How do you guys do this? And she's like, just Google it. So I did. And it was a lot of work. And like the programs I had to download. And so as she was, her freshman year in college was, you know, in this also video production class, it had all these great programs that I paid for. Her friends were like, can you just help your mom out? And like, it was taking her hours to do, it would take you like a minute. And so now I kick everything over to her, because for me, I just thought I need to like focus on the content. Like, I've got to find who am I going to interview, you know, what do research on their background and everything else. But that's great that you ladies are so well-rounded and you have that experience that it's just, you know, it's your world and you don't have to rely on anybody to do it. So that's awesome. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Maybe one day we'll have some help, but you know
Yes.
what? At least for now, we're in control. I guess if something sucks, it's on us too. So it goes both ways.
And you enjoy it too. It's something you enjoy. So it's not like it's just, oh gosh, I have to do this for this person. It's for you, it's your project, and it's something you guys really enjoy. That's great. Well, I'm excited to continue to see you ladies grow and see where you guys go. I'm definitely going to follow you on TikTok. For anyone, now I was on your website and saw that you guys also offer different packages for PR and marketing. So for anyone interested, where can they reach you?
Yeah, you can visit our website, thesocialsisters.co, or send an email to hello@thesocialsisters.co. And really, every single client is different. Every partnership is different. We can customize a package. We can just handle one specific account running social media, or a project-based support for an event, being an event host, one-off, ongoing. We're really open, and we just love working and getting to know new people in the community. So feel free to find us there or anywhere on social media.
Absolutely. And so are you guys also able to be hired for speaking engagements?
Yeah, that's something that we're really excited about too. And we hope that, people might like a package deal and you get two for one and something a little bit different, and we can kind of feed off of each other, which makes it a little bit more personable too. So all of that is in our wheelhouse.
And we're lucky because Jillian has obviously the news and reporter experience, and then I have a background in theater and musical theater, and so together we can really kind of speak and play and act and be a face or a voice for really any situation.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Jillian, you are engaged and going to be married soon, correct? In a couple of months.
Yes.
Are you excited?
2 months countdown. I'm ready, and Miranda's my maid of honor, so she's been right along for the ride.
Also ready for it to just be here.
There's been a lot of planning.
So you ladies are definitely you're around each other a lot. Are there times where, I mean, and I know as young girls too, you guys used to fight over the microphone. I saw that cute little picture you posted. How do you guys continue to get along when you're working with each other 24/7?
It's funny, we do joke that we really don't argue, and even growing up, I really truly think the only thing we ever thought about was borrowing each other's clothes, which is such a sister thing, but our parents can attest to that. And our mom and dad did a really great job of just having open communication in our family growing up, and they always supported us. And if one of us had a dance show and the other one had a cheer competition, like one would be at the other. And so I think a lot of it does stem from them. And we are really good at just communication. That's our job anyway. So if we can't communicate with each other, how could we really do this career and push for our company? So for the most part, I think we're different enough too to where we don't butt heads, if that makes sense. Sometimes when you're so similar, you just you only see things one way. So I think that is really helping us to work together, and we have fun together, and we can enjoy each other professionally when needed, and then we can let loose and travel and have fun.
Now, do you also travel together? Do you ladies do a lot of traveling?
We do.
Definitely.
And we actually, gosh, that was 2 years ago, we went to Costa Rica. We had always wanted to do a volunteer trip, and we worked with the kids out there, and we stayed with a host mom basically.
Wow.
She didn't speak any English.
Nope.
Luckily, Miranda is pretty good at Spanish, so she carried me through the trip.
Made it work.
Yes. So we like to travel and do anything and everything together, and hopefully, as things continue to open up and be safe, we can do more of that and use that for our social sisters platform too.
Definitely.
No, so we'll see some stories of you ladies traveling, hopefully. That's awesome. Where is the next place you guys are planning to travel to?
Well, after Jillian's honeymoon, we'll have to see. We are going to Hawaii.
Oh, fun.
So we haven't done a Hawaii trip in a really long time. So I'm excited for that. And normally we go to New York pretty much every year and go see some shows on Broadway. And I would love to go back and do another trip now that everything is opening back up in the theater world. So
nice. And so I usually ask all my guests this, is there a daily affirmation or a quote that you both like to start your day off with, or a daily routine?
Yeah, do you want me to go first?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. We have a lot of affirmations, and we actually like following all those Instagram accounts that like share those different quotes, and we just need that like positive kind of reassurance in the morning sometimes. But a long time ago, I did hear the saying, live in such a way that if anyone spoke badly of you, no one would believe it. And it's my goal in life to just always be nice. And I feel like that word is so simple, but it can mean so much. And I just want to always be honest and respectful and just a genuine person to anyone that I meet. And I think that that kind of translates in every element of life. So yeah, again, our parents kind of always just raised us to be the nice girls and still be tough and smart and know what we're doing. But I really try to live by that. And I think it just comes down to just trying to be a good person.
Yeah.
I like that.
I agree completely. I'll go with one a little bit more on the
Okay. On the hustle side.
No, as Jillian mentioned, I'm a really big perfectionist, and sometimes, I have to remind myself to be present. And so I always go back to the do what you can with what you have where you are, and really just focusing on this moment right now. And what am I doing? Am I doing my best? Because I don't want to, look back and say, I could have done more, I could have done better, I could be better. So for me, it's really just being in that moment, being very present, taking that moment to say, it's okay if it wasn't perfect, as long as you can say that you did your best in that moment in time. So.
I like that, because it's tough to sometimes, you are your biggest critic. So I'm pretty sure I can be that way sometimes. And as I got older, I had to learn to just accept things for what they are and not be too perfect. Or you're just going to stress yourself out. But I like that. And one, especially, when I became a mom, almost 20 years ago, I thought, gosh, how am I going to keep juggling this? Like, I'm such a perfectionist. And then, working in the event world, nothing ever goes as planned. I know you ladies both know that, just, in your line of work too. And sometimes just got to roll with it and, do the best that you can with what you have. So yeah, those are great. Those are definitely great. Now, for anybody who's interested in starting something like what you ladies are doing, or just starting a business, especially during, while we're getting out of this pandemic and the shutdown, what kind of advice would you ladies have for them?
Go ahead.
Well, first off, do it. It is really nice to be your own boss and be in control and be able to be creative and not have to worry about, up the ladder who you have to impress, or like it's just you. And so I 100% say go for it. And I know that throughout this process, I have felt totally passionate about what we're doing, but there's always those nights of, okay, what am I doing? Is this going to be worth it? Is this going to work out? But you don't know until you do it. And I just think, like kind of what you were saying, you never want to look back and wonder like what could have been. And even if something fails, you always learn something from it. And we know we're just getting started. There's going to be hurdles, there's going to be bumps in the road. And I just hope that anyone who feels passionate about something can follow that passion and just do it and don't question yourself. And also having a support system behind you and someone that you can bounce things off of. And just people in your corner to support what you're doing also is really helpful. So talk to people, put your ideas out there. You never know. People have come to us now that we've put it out there. So,
and I think passion is really so important, and just focusing on what you love. I think if there's anything that we all learned during the time of what am I going to do today? I have literally nothing to do, and seeing what you gravitate towards, because if you don't love what you do and do what you love, you're never going to feel satisfied or happy. So I just think absolutely focusing on what you're passionate about, what excites you, and making sure that, that is also in your professional and your work life.
Those are great pieces of advice. I do agree with the both of you. You're right. If you just don't do it, you're never going to do it. Like I said, I had this podcast idea for 2 years, and with my connections, everyone's like, when are you going to start your podcast? And when I finally launched it, they were like, finally, because I did share it with some of my closest friends for 2 years, and they were like, when is this happening? Like, you keep talking about it. Yeah, so I like that. I definitely do like that. I have a ton of friends now that are still asking, like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about me doing this? And I'm like, just do it. Like, you're right. You're never going to know until you do it. And you only learn from your failures. I know I've failed a lot in the beginning stages of my personal design business and thought, okay, maybe I should have done it this way. And it makes you better. You learn from your mistakes for sure. So that's awesome. Well, I'm so excited for the both of you. I think you two have something great that's starting. I know it's still, in the early stages, but I think you have a great support system. You guys have great, contacts in your network base, and I think you're going to grow probably more than what you expect to grow in the next year. I can definitely see that with you too. So thank you so much for taking time out to be here and to share your story. Because I mean, I just saw the two pretty faces on social media. I'm like, they're so cute. And I wonder what their story is like. And I honestly did not know you two were both sisters until I started following. I'm like, oh, they have the same last name. They are related. So yeah. So thank you for sharing your story. I do hope that I can get you guys on again for a future episode, maybe in another 6 months, and see what's new with you. And I definitely look forward to seeing some new stories and content from you ladies.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. We would love that. And this is exactly why we started the Social Sisters, to meet new people in the community. So I'm glad that we were able to get connected, and just thank you for letting us spread the word and share our passions.
Absolutely. Well, I will let you ladies go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I appreciate you taking time out, and look forward to hopefully meeting you ladies in person too.
Yes, we would love that.
Awesome. Well, have a good day, ladies. Thank you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Bye.
You're welcome.